What?
8 weird ways to open a bottle.
I don't want a mayonnaise that's described as rich and creamy. Don't. All right.
Just give me like a few test runs.
Give you a few test runs.
Yeah, if like
Uh,
we can always, I don't know, like piece them together like a jigsaw puzzle.
I like the idea that the first episode it's just starting out like me trying, failing, trying, failing, trying, failing, trying, failing, then getting it.
Then getting it, and then we just stitch it together. It's fine.
Welcome to Good Midway.
Hey, you might want to not get us immediately get like copyright striked.
Is it copyright struck or copyright stricken?
Copyright stricken.
Talk about that.
Let's talk about that. See, you're getting it. You're getting it. That was the OG, like one of the OG YouTube memes. The way that they would always start with, "Let's talk about that."
Oh, it's like the Vsauce.
Yeah, that was alongside Vsauce Michael here. It was the "Let's talk about that." All right, go on.
Welcome to the. No, that's ASMR.
Welcome.
That's just ASM far away.
ASM far away. God damn it! I hate that one's clever. Welcome to the Worldbuilding podcast.
It's getting kind of hot in here.
I love
Are you
hearing.
feeling it too? Wait.
I loved hearing like the like breath you took before trying.
Yeah.
Just the audible.
Yeah. Welcome to the world.
It's like
Number
it's
10.
It's yeah, because it's kind of like you have to try and avoid sounding like one of like you have to avoid sounding like Watch Mojo.
Yeah. Welcome. Just ended it.
Welcome.
Hi. Welcome to the World Building podcast. That's us. I'm Vixie.
I'm Zarum.
And we're gonna talk about Rising Dawn. You probably don't know what that is. It's
Well, it's. I'll have you know, it's not the time of the day.
no, that's true. It's actually it's nighttime, kinda.
It's evening.
Okay, but there's no sun outside, so that's night.
Anyway, it's a cold Thursday night here, which means it's time to enjoy a little bit of nerding out.
Hell yeah. So today we're gonna be building the foundation.
Yeah, setting down the very core foundations
of Rising Dawn. You're probably still wondering what the hell is Rising Dawn, and the answer is currently nothing.
Yeah, but could you give a brief overview of what we're going to be attempting to do here?
Yeah. Episodically here, we're going to be building a world from the absolute scratch. So yeah, it's the world building podcast.
The world building podcast.
The only what that no.
Don't fact check that.
My legal team has advised me not to finish the sentence.
We can't afford a legal team. That's just Jerry from accounting.
Yeah, we can't afford Jerry from accounting.
That's actually just the voices in your head.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Okay, so
Except when they tell me to buy things.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Okay, so we're attempting to build a world entirely
yeah,
all the way from the most fundamental forces all the way up to the most minute details.
yeah. And essentially, at first, we're going to lay the groundwork. We're going to build the cosmology and, well, probably a world map of some kind. Perhaps some resource allocation. And then we're going to be going in like time increments, see what's going to happen in this world,
Indeed.
how are things going to develop, and we're hoping that following logic also makes things interesting. We don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna take some time to have anything definite
Oh,
be
absolutely.
set in stone. So do we
Um,
have an agenda for the first episode here? And I'm not
well,
talking one of our many other types of agendas here. Keep that under wraps.
oh, okay. Well, I'm on the wrong document. This was the world domination one.
Oh, that was one of our less oppressive ones.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we do have an agenda. Today we're going to be building the cosmology. Hopefully, we're going to succeed at that.
We're
Uh,
going to be doing something along the lines of trying.
we're going to be talking about gods. We're going to be talking about magic. We're going to be talking about perhaps a little bit of creation of the world. I don't know. Maybe if we get to that
We're
within
gonna
a reasonable time frame.
try not to sound like a preacher. We're gonna be talking about God. We're gonna be taking
Yeah,
a little
we're going
time.
to
Do you have a little time to
be.
talk about our Lord and Savior? We haven't decided yet.
Yeah, our Lord and Savior, saviors, maybe, we don't know.
Maybe there won't be a savior. Maybe it's grimdark.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh dear.
our Lord and dead.
Okay.
Right,
So,
and what I said at the start was actually kind of a lie, because we're not starting from absolute scratch. We do have a very slight bit of prepped work.
excellent. It's excellent. We're the first 5 minutes of the first episode, and we're already lying to the to the mic.
Like we've we know from from the world that people like being lied to, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
Fair enough.
anyway, our very little bit of work we have already is we actually have worked on a little bit of the magic. Now, that's a long time ago that we did that.
And
So we're
also,
going to discuss if there's anything we want to change about this.
saying we worked on the magic is kind of it's putting
It's not really a magic system or anything. It's just kind of
it's
things,
listing the most basic fundamental forces of the universe.
and the slightly less basic.
Yeah.
The basic and slightly less basic.
Shall
We
we?
have
Yeah. Shall we look through
yeah,
what we have?
yes. Shall I just name them from the top?
Why not? We got time to fill.
Yeah, from for like general forces, what we currently have is divine, unholy. I know this is very creative. Sorcery, wow.
Oh.
Nature, and here come celestial and elemental.
Yeah, we're
And
going the unique route of celestial being the literal version, as in
yeah,
like uh cosmic, as opposed to divine entities.
yeah, and that leads into the subgroups we have of each. each force, which for celestial that would be sun, moon, or moons or suns, we don't know yet. Astral, void, planetary. That's all
Indeed.
gonna. That's all fun. We can also name the divine ones would be light, order, life. The unholy ones, darkness, chaos, death.
Oh,
Um,
classics.
yeah, if anyway, sorcery. We're talking energy, time, and matter, which that one we might have to talk a little bit about.
Yeah, what's the matter, baby?
Okay. And nature, we have, well, fauna, flora, fungi. Um,
we are
that one is, yeah,
so we are here to have fun.
yeah. We
Ain't
we
that
are
right,
here for
guy?
the science of it. Shut the fuck. That was the that we be swearing, by the way.
Oh
Mature
yeah,
podcast. And
mature.
then
Well, okay. It's a podcast with swearing. That does not mean we are in any way going to be mentally mature about any of this.
well, no, but mature people aren't mentally mature. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. They just
There's no
pretend.
maturity. Um, and anyway, elemental. Well, do I even have to say? Water, fire, air, earth is the
Yeah,
is the are the subgroups
we're
there.
not using the periodic table yet.
Oh dear,
All right.
that would be especially if we're doing like like specific magics for each of those.
Oh dear God.
You have the power of uranium.
Induced cancer.
You hold the power of copper.
You hold the power of francium. Your ability is you can
Oh yeah.
disappear within a record time.
The fuck, I like the idea of someone having the power of copper just being objectively worse than iron. It's their superpower. They're just
hey,
slightly
I'm
worse in every
hey, I'm
single thing.
hey, I'm better at transmitting electricity.
Yeah.
And Glass is over there like, yeah, way ahead of you there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm better at that. Well, I can be used for like mining and stuff. Iron is like, yeah, I'm ahead of you there.
Hey, you ain't got the victory on this one.
If I breed with tin, we make third best. Okay.
I did not like
Anyway,
the term breed with tin.
well, okay. Anyway, uh, so we have those forces. We can talk a bit about like maybe some of the naming. There's the part of, for example, sorcery, calling it sorcery. I know the idea is that it opposes nature,
Yeah,
I suppose. I
it's
think the
unnatural.
idea was, yeah, the idea was like kind of opposing forces. We have divine, unholy, nature, and sorcery. Then celestial, elemental is kind of, you know,
Yeah, they're for themselves.
yeah. Um, those are the material forces, I guess. Ironically, even though we have matter,
Yeah.
sorcery. Uh,
Sorcery, like currently the way we have sorcery makes it more sound like it's downright referring to a magic form.
yeah,
It's like, oh, you can specialize in sorcery and then you have energy and time and matter manipulation. It doesn't so much sound like fundamental forces like
yeah.
the
So
rest of
so
them
we
do.
could we could change the name of sorcery to something else. The question is what?
Yes. Now one
Uh,
thing that's gonna be very quickly apparent is how we suck at naming things.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, ooh, this tickles my balls. Because the main thing I can think of is like unnatural, but we can't just call it unnature.
On nature, that's a man creative, huh?
um,
I mean, there's artificial.
yeah. Granted, that would imply that time, energy, and matter are all artificial.
I mean, is time not a social construct?
Fair. Uh,
Energy and matter aren't, but you know.
I mean, there's forces. I don't know, but
Um,
the force.
for force. We have the fundamental forces of force and nature.
Well, okay. Hmm. Huh. Huh.
There's some
Because
stuff like
there's mostly
innate.
innate nature and innate.
Yeah,
Uh, so nature and nature.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess innate.
And
But
it's the most sort of like they're the innate forces of reality itself.
uh, there's also material, I guess. But
True.
well, time isn't really material, I guess. Energy also is. That's okay.
Yeah. In fact, only one of the three fits for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. Innate. Innate. Hmm. I'm gonna look up synonyms for innate.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough.
Synonyms for innate. Inborn. That sounds bad. Natural. We already have that.
Fuck.
Inbred. Wait
Oh,
a sec.
okay. Hold on. What what kind of synonym book do you have here?
I do not like that. Innate is synonymous with both natural and inbred, implying that so are those two.
The being inbred is being natural.
Yeah. Inherent, congenital. That sounds
That sounds like we do not choose that one.
intrinsic, intuitive, spontaneous, unlearned, untaught, hereditary. In the blood. That's not a word.
That's multiple, actually.
Quintessential.
Oh.
Quintessential. Essential. Organic. No. Basic. Fundamental, constitutional, inbuilt, ingrained,
Con-
deep-rooted, deep-seated,
we have
connate, connatural.
man, I fucking love that. We got divine, unholy, nature, celestial, elemental, constitutional.
It is part. Matter is part of my constitutional force.
The constitutional right to have energy, time, and matter.
Hmm. Um, existence.
So far, existential.
Existential force. The force. The existential force.
So far, the only one I've heard that was actually better than innate was quintessential, and
Yeah.
that's
Quintessential. Uh,
a spooky
there's
word.
also the possibility that we do a little thing and remove that one and come up with something else. I don't know.
That is a possibility. How about we move it away from the rest so we have it
Yeah,
still, but we can replace it if we need.
there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, okay. I've placed it somewhere else. Good. Because divine, unholy, nature, celestial, elemental, that's already like
It's going to be pretty good, yeah.
pretty covering. It doesn't have to be everything. There has to be something
No, although
like opposing it.
it is definitely true that none of those really contain sort of the forces of time and
That's
pure
true.
matter.
That is true. Um,
And if this is the most fundamental forces we're looking at, then that might be good to include.
There is also the like just pure energy one. I really like the idea of just pure energy, being able to manipulate that. That's pretty cool. And it opens some cool future world building possibilities to be able to manipulate energy.
Oh, absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
So we are in
You think of the
agreement.
scientific applications.
So we are in agreement that it would be a good idea to have one that has energy, time, and matter.
Yeah. So I guess.
So I guess it's going right back up there.
There we go. Should we call it quintessential for now?
Quintessential or innate,
Or
I'd say that's one of those two, and then we can think of something better at some point.
yeah, my fear is that if we call it innate, every single time we want to use the word innate, we should be thinking, can this be confusing?
Oh yeah, that's true. Quintessential, that works.
Quint is essential. Did I
That
spell
does
that right?
that. Yeah, I was about to say that does just
Yeah, I did.
mean that whenever we want to talk about that power, we have to spell the bastard of a word that is quintessential.
Yeah. Granted, you could argue that people in the world would come up with some short name for it, like
Quinn.
the Quint.
The Quintussi. Oh my god, I got the power of the power of the quintessi.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I got the power of the ink.
the power of the inbred. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we have the forces of the universe. Also, one of these just does not fit in with the rest. Divine,
Which one of
unholy,
them?
nature, celestial, elemental, quintessential.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Um,
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of. Do we want to go with existence?
I like existence. I gotta say, I quite like
Existence?
existence, actually.
Yeah. Also, it sounds a little bit like existential magic sounds a little more understandable than quintessential.
Existential magic. I mean, that's just death, isn't it? That's existential. That's
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
Um,
We have the forces. I like
we have
this as a list of I was about to say quintessential forces. A list of fundamental forces in the universe.
yeah, yeah. Now the question is then, how do the how do these what do these do? What are they? Are there like different dimensions?
Yeah, that's
Three?
true. I suppose a good way to go from here is
Is there one
like
big dimension for all of them?
one
Is
thing
it
that might be good to define is like what's our general idea of progression in this podcast?
yeah.
We're currently on the fundamental forces. Where do we go from there? Do we go in the direction of creating a sort of a pantheon? Do we create the dimensions, or do we want to create the dimensions after the gods so that some
Yeah,
gods can have dimensions? Or do we
that's a good question.
or do we get to work building some of the core universe itself?
I I think having like knowing what dimensions and deities and magic we're dealing with is probably best before we start doing
All
the
right.
universe itself.
In that case, might I
Because
suggest?
otherwise we have to retcon a
Yeah,
shit ton.
absolutely. In that case, might I suggest we do gods before we do dimensions, since I would
That's
say
that's
much
very
more.
much
I would say
fair.
much more often, dimensions are influenced by gods as opposed to the other way around.
I actually had an idea that went in the other direction, say that's like there is a dimension for each of these, and there is a like major god for each of these, but they are a manifestation of the dimension.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I suppose.
and are
I suppose if we.
basically a consciousness in like a consciousness made from the dimension.
The question is then, do we want to go with that, or do we want to go with a more normal god thing, or do we want to do a combination of both? Because we could
That
have some more normal like gods that might have dimensions, but then alongside those we have the dimensions given form gods a lot like
oh
separate from them.
okay. I have an idea, a potential idea.
Okay.
There are these dimensional gods. There are these consciousness in these dimensions, but they cannot access the material plane.
Okay.
So they make like servants. That could be considered gods. We can also call them, for ease of use, angels or like servants of the gods or whatever.
Primordials.
Primordials. Probably not celestials because you know
Yeah.
that's one of the
If we're calling any creatures celestial, it would be like living planets,
yeah.
which would be cool.
Uh, that would be awesome. Um, so maybe
Planet goes
like
out of line.
primordials.
Oh, giant planet with a sword.
Oh no. Giant planet with a sword.
The sword sheath is just the sun. He pulls it out of the sun.
Fucking Warcraft Azeroth strikes back.
Azeroth has had enough.
um. Anyway, I think if we have those dimensions and gods that can't interact with the material plane, but they have servants that can,
Hmm.
and those servants would be more like what we would consider a normal like pantheon of gods.
Okay. Okay. That could work. Do we want to have so we have that. We have I like the sound of that. Would
Yeah.
that be the entirety of the sort of godlike selection, or would there be anything in addition to those?
Hmm.
Because that kind of means we
That's
have like the dimensionals, which are kind of like almost over gods in a way,
yeah.
and then we have the sort of regular gods.
Yeah.
It's kind of a titan versus gods in the Greek pantheon.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking in that case we have like a material god, a material primordial of each of those, each of the major kinds, and they have like archangels of the minor ones or something.
Fair enough.
So those archangels, I'm just calling them that for like ease of nomer. We can
Mm.
obviously change the name.
Yeah, we can think of
But
some
those would have
nomenclature.
like a lot of power in like that specific area.
Yeah.
Like the archangel of fungi would probably be doing some weird experiments on the world and stuff.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
fungi.
you're right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Archangel of Void is probably not very fun.
No, probably not. If I had to guess. Meanwhile, the Archangel of Fun guy is gonna be a fun guy.
Yeah. So we have dimensions and like consciousness. Gosh, what's in the dimensions? And do we just call them primordials?
Yeah, why not?
The big guys.
Everything can be retconned.
That's true.
It's not even called a retcon when you're at this stage.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
More like a Bretcon.
A breadcon?
Look, man, I'm the first episode. I am
What?
not currently on my game when it comes to comedy.
Well, the lack of comedy is comedic in itself.
Yeah.
Uh, so it used each primordial has angels for each force. I'm calling the minor forces their sub forces. Don't mind that. That
Yeah.
sounds. Hmm.
Subforce. Oh.
We could otherwise known as power bottoms.
Yeah. The subforce. The power bottoms. The power of the bottoms.
We have the energetic power bottom.
Energetic. God damn.
We have the death power. Anyway, now that that's established, it is now written in stone. We can no longer change it.
Yeah, no, now
Uh,
it's a retcon.
yes.
So we have a divine dimension, an unholy dimension, existence, nature, and celestial
Yeah.
and elemental.
I'm thinking that the beings of these forces don't like each other very much.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
For example, I'm not thinking divine and unholy are like all buddy buddy.
Nah, I feel like they're more like eternal war-y.
Yeah, so, something to that effect. So the question is, who doesn't like who, how little, and why?
I'm thinking elemental and nature probably like each other.
Elemental nature,
They seem like they're pretty close to one another.
so plus nature, likey, leaky,
Leaky.
like,
Lecky. Lecky. Lecky.
Leggy. Okay, elemental plus nature likey.
I'm thinking,
Divine, unholy, probably not likey.
yeah, no, divine and unholy fucking hate each other.
Not likey.
Thinking maybe existence and celestial are at the least neutral, if not kind of
Yeah,
positive.
I think existence, energy, time, celestial. Those are very. Yeah. So I guess those might be neutral. I don't think they'd hate each other necessarily
I'm thinking
because
existence would probably be quite neutral with most variants because it's. I feel like if any of these is the one that's like sort of the one that has to step in if things get too shit, it would probably be
yeah,
existence.
yeah,
So
that's fair.
I'm thinking that's our AO. That's the dude
Yeah,
who doesn't really care about what's happening with the other ones. So I'm thinking that's probably neutral to most of them,
yeah.
maybe a bit positive with Celestial.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hmm, yeah, and none of them are like particularly opposed to existence.
Yeah, no, every
Um,
one of them has to have existence for
if,
themselves to
if
work.
anything, if anything, it would be like some of the archangels that don't like some of the other archangels. Um, for example, I'm expecting something like time doesn't like chaos very much.
Oh yeah, no, that
Time is a
yeah.
construct. So,
Yeah, no, there would definitely be
meanwhile,
like some more direct tensions with the angels.
yeah. But yeah, so existence neutral with everyone. Let's see.
I'm
Nature and
thinking
celestial. I don't know.
nature and unholy would very much not get along. I don't think, because death is about the closest we have to decay.
Yeah.
Death and fungi might be all right with one another, but
In reality, I think specifically death. I think death and chaos they can probably get along pretty fine with, because death is part of nature. Um,
it's true.
I'm thinking of like some strife between life and death, but all the nature people are like, yeah, no, that's just how it is.
Meanwhile, but it's like nature's over here. Listen, we almost like unholy, but they just had to have darkness, and that's just a
Yeah,
no go.
yeah, we need energy. We need light. We don't need darkness. So I guess nature plus unholy tense relations.
I'm thinking since back to the forces, maybe are we? Do you think maybe we should add something like entropy to existence? Since
Mm, Doesn't
a
isn't
lot of
entropy literally chaos?
no, entropy, if anything, is chaos and entropy are distinctly different in certain ways. It's just that entropy is to try and get everything to their most like stable state.
Okay, so
Like,
you're thinking like, uh, hmm, okay, hmm,
yeah,
hmm.
it's entropy essentially just means that everything in let's say an object can no longer convert in or change anymore because it's now completely random. So it's sort of chaos is a subpart of entropy.
Really?
The universe will eventually be filled with nothing more than random scattering particles of energy, and that's called max entropy, even though I would say colliding black holes is more chaos.
High entropy means that energy is more disordered or dispersed, while low entropy means that energy is more ordered or concentrated. Entropy is a scientific concept most commonly associated with states of disorder, randomness, or uncertainty. Sounds a little chaotic to me.
A thermodynamic quantity representing the unavailability of a system's thermal energy for conversion into mechanical work.
Yeah.
So essentially, the inability to do anything.
Well, yeah, it's when essentially like the fucking thermal energy is the lowest form of energy because it moves in every single direction.
Yeah.
It has no direction, meaning it is literal chaos. Um, the so that's it cannot be focused. It is the opposite of order. It's chaos, but we can have it as part of existence, I guess.
Yeah, because I think so far a lot of what we have in the other one, like the other version, like the other systems, can take parts of what is within existence as a descript, like as sort of a step, a super category for a lot of them, like light, that's energy, sun, that's also energy,
Yeah, that's fair.
order, that's also that would be connected with entropy and matter as well, because it's like the
That's fair.
opposites and stuff like that. So I feel like having entropy is good because that adds another very useful super category for a lot of them to take from.
Fair enough. In that case, I've added entropy.
Perfect.
Um, let's see. Celestial. What do they think about people? Let's see.
uh I've,
I have a celestial and like I don't know nature. I don't know.
yeah,
No,
I was
maybe.
gonna say of the two that seem like of the only one that seems even remotely obvious, and it's not really all that obvious, would be nature, since, but that's mainly just because one is much larger scale than the other.
Yeah, that's true. And you can't the thing is you can't really have nature without the sun.
I like how we're slowly realizing that most of these would actually have plenty of reasons to like one another, and there's only a few
Yeah.
that wouldn't like each other.
Hmm. Uh. I need drama. Okay. Um.
Well, okay. Well, which ones would Celestial dislike? Nature, not really. Unholy, maybe.
Everyone fucking hates unholy.
Maybe. I
uh,
don't.
but
I mean,
but yeah, maybe.
Elemental
Uh.
also seems like they would dislike Unholy.
That's interesting. I would. Hmm. I mean, why?
You know, that is an excellent question.
I don't think elemental doesn't strike me as necessarily disliking unholy. Meanwhile, I think fuck.
There's just
The
not a
the
lot of
the
reasons for these to hate one another.
no.
I feel like
Granted, there
there's
is
gonna
there
be
is
a
potential for some infighting. For example, like water and fire and
yeah. There's good
fucking.
like I was gonna say,
Uh,
there's gonna be a lot of hate between the individual angels. On the other hand,
yeah, I'm thinking, for example,
fungi
like
is
the
gonna
angel
fung
of sun and moon. They chase each other, and
yeah.
that's the day and night. That,
Fungi is gonna love the unholy of death and darkness. Meanwhile, fauna and
yeah.
flora are gonna uh, hate
Flora does
darkness,
definitely not like darkness. Uh,
and neither
meanwhile,
does fauna because the night is often where most predators. Well, okay, night that's neutral. That's neutral. That's right. That is fair. That's neutral.
meat eating animals are animals too. Okay.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
but yeah, I guess we have some stuff with like some of them don't like unholy very much.
yeah.
I guess, and we can leave the rest to like um the individual angels.
Yeah. Do we maybe want to see if we can get one more tense relation?
Sure. Let's fabricate some beef. Uh,
Let's fabricate some beef. What would we need something with Celestial? What would Celestial dislike?
the sun, the moon, the stars, the void, planets. I mean, my immediate thought is nature because you can't really have nature on those things. Like I'm thinking nature is the in and celestial is the out.
Yeah.
Like if you're thinking about Earth, you have nature on Earth, you have the celestial above it. So that's my thought that they're very separated, so they don't really like like they don't understand each other.
All right. Yeah, I like that. It's more of a misunderstanding of one another than it is
Yeah,
just general hatred. Natur.
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 Nature. There. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, someone like. Do we have anyone other than elemental and nature who actually like each other? Celestial and divine, maybe.
Um,
Like I'm thinking people worshipping the sun and the stars
yeah,
and
but
shit.
I feel like the inherent opposites of some of light and void are kind of
Well, light can pass through nothing,
that's true. It
kinda,
kind of
in that
depends on
sense.
what version of a void we're going with here.
Well, that's true.
If it's the vacuum of space, then yeah, light does pass through it. If we're talking full void, then no.
Hmm.
And also planet like there's nothing more disordered than like the planetary ways things go through the universe, fucking
I mean,
smashing
they're
through
pretty.
everything.
Oh, well, okay, fair. But there is the whole. Oh, there is a specific like you have an order of how quickly a planet goes around the sun. You have an order of how quickly a planet goes around itself. You have
Fair
like
enough.
that, and you can
Mm,
use the alignment of the stars to keep order in where
in that
you
case,
are.
yeah, okay. In that case, I feel it's once again more gonna be the angels
Yeah,
that
fair.
would have a bit of personal beef. So yeah, celestial and divine. I think we can say that those two
Celestial,
are
this
somewhat fond.
divine. Mostly, oh, mostly not negative.
Yeah.
There, there we go. We have two that are friends. We have two that are mortal enemies. We have one that just does not care. We have two that are kind of, and then we have
Just kind of.
yeah, they're kind of they're like those two siblings that don't really like they don't get it. They don't get each other.
Yeah, they don't really understand one another.
That's the nature, celestial nature, unholy. Those are more like, okay, I'll help you fucking hide the body, but you gotta stop doing this,
Yeah,
man.
I'll help you hide the body, but if you in any way tell me that you're gonna do this again, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, exactly. That's that's the relation between nature and unholy.
Glad to hear it.
Okay, so now that we have that, I guess we have the universe.
Well, we still do we have now the actual like understanding of what it is, but we might want
Oh
to
yeah, well,
still actually figure out what is with the dimensions and the gods
yeah,
and
that's
the
fair.
shit like
That's
that.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm a quick boy.
Yeah.
Um,
We are lucky if we are able to get to proper universal stuff.
how long is the recording at this moment?
We are up at. I need to see where the fuck I can see that again. 48 minutes.
48 minutes. Okay. So we have a
With a bit of that being, of course, the start where you were struggling to say the
that's fair.
opening line.
That's fair. Um, but we probably don't gonna want to go like too far past an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, that's
Um,
fair.
granted, with a little bit of editing, so that's a factor. Like, anyway, we have we have the dimensions. What what
what? What? What?
I
What?
I think existence, the dimension of existence, I feel like it's just the universe.
We can have that be like the
Yeah,
main dimension is just the dimension of like
yeah,
the
of
material plane.
existence. Yeah, the materium, if you will. No.
No, no, no.
Then we have
Listen, we're actively sidestepping copyright infringement here.
yeah, fair. Okay, so we have the divine dimension. What does that? What is that?
I mean, I feel like if we have, I feel like the angels and like the lesser angels in that one would probably.
Yeah,
I feel like for fun that those could probably mirror a bit of a more standard sort of god pantheon.
yeah, absolutely.
So that could be like
But then like
the the garden if we want to go really on the nose.
I don't. I- Well, for one, I'm a little bit with calling it the garden when we also have nature.
That's true.
And also, I think we need to consider what are the sub forces here: light, order, and life.
What about the Eternal Palace?
The eternal palace.
A
Yes.
palace is it's a palace is made to code. That's order.
Yeah.
It's there's people inside it. It's a place where people live. That's life. And buildings are one of the few places in existence that have light naturally because artificial lighting.
So.
So by some nature
The,
of
the,
not nature, no, by some divine of
the,
of
the divine. No.
by some divine of mental gymnastics, the eternal thing that works.
The eternal palace, or like just the palace?
The palace, I feel that's maybe a bit vague.
Fair. Granted, it is an unseen, unknown dimension, but the
I mean, we can
the
do
big
the big
palace.
palace, yeah. We can
I
do
have the
the
biggest
palace.
palace.
We can just do the palace. I wouldn't mind that,
The
but
The palace. We can give each of them like that kind of simplistic name.
Yeah.
The palace divine. I'm just gonna note,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna note up here. Dimensions.
You have the palace, which is the divine, and it's like
Unholy.
it's definitely like eternal or something.
Yeah, it's definitely totally eternal or something.
Okay, unholy. So other than like
Darkness,
going,
chaos, death.
other than like, I mean, I'm tempted to just throw out the hell.
Hell, yeah,
I feel
fair.
like if there's an unholy dimension, it's gonna, no matter what we try, be a sub like stand in for hell.
That's fair.
So we might as well play
Um,
into that.
the hell.
It is the hell. The hell?
Hell, yeah, yeah. The Nev, no. Hell
Da, 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 da.
in the Inferno. Well,
I feel
that's a
like we
little
shouldn't.
fiery.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't go
Uh,
too much in on heat.
yeah, because it's darkness, chaos, and death. It is literally just depression. Like,
I mean, it could be
we need to make
something. Could
this
be something vague again, like the pit.
the pit. Yeah, the pit. I don't mind that, honestly. You're going to the pit.
And then and then the deeper down the pit you go, the worse it gets.
What, like different layers?
7 layers, and the 7 or 9 layers.
Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. That's real interesting, bro.
Very, very, very
The
original. I know.
pit.
The pit unholy.
The pit. Unholy. Existence, that's just
The
the universe. Existence.
So, considering that, that means that the angels and sub-angels of energy, time, matter, and entropy are the material plane gods. Because they're
I
gods
suppose
that
so.
exist
Yeah.
within the universe.
Yeah, because I guess the god the god of existence can indeed interact with itself.
Yeah,
It can
that's.
touch itself.
I was about to say, that's not the right way of saying it.
Let's see. Nature. That could be the garden.
The garden, the jungle, the plains.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The nature.
The natural plane.
Everything has this vague name, and then the natural plane.
The dimension of naturality. Wow, that's a boring name. Right. We have that. We have like all natty. I don't.
Whole natty. The wild.
Oh yeah, the wild. I like the wild because that also gives a bit more. I feel like the wild or the jungle because we need one that also has some connection to animals
Well,
and
yeah,
not
that's fair.
because the
Granted.
garden kind of exempts fauna.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's the I feel like the wild, that's very general.
Yeah.
Whereas the jungle, it's kind of like I understand the jungle because like it's there's a lot of nature in a jungle,
Really?
but there's not all the nature in a jungle.
That's true. All right, I like the wild.
The
That also
wild?
is very. That's
Or
also
is it
very.
the wild or the wilds?
Uh,
Singular, plural.
I think singular. I feel like singular
Okay.
gives more availability to be unique with what it contains.
What are you doing out in the wilds, little Timmy? I'm communicating with God.
I was like the reason why I like the idea of like the jungle was because the idea of
Yeah,
like an infinite jungle, and that's what the dimension is, does sound
that's
kind of cool.
fair.
All right,
That's fair.
celestial.
Celestial. Oh fuck.
Um,
That's another one where it's kind of problematic because that's just here.
yeah, that's just the universe.
Celestial, I guess. We could have something similar to like an astral plane,
Yeah,
where like
that
there's
was my
just
idea.
these
Yeah,
planetary bodies and stars and shit all over the fucking place.
yeah, like it's no
Um,
matter where you look, there are infinite shining lights.
yeah. So the big.
I mean, it could be
We could.
very. Could be. Are we looking into the a more sort of, I guess not poetic, but sort of more nice
The
sounding
outer.
name, or do we want one that actually sort of directly correlates to what it is?
We can see if there's something poetic.
Because it could be something like referencing the eternal light, like the way that there are endless amounts of lights.
Yeah.
Or it could be something very, very simple along the lines of some
The
bullshit
Taylor
like
Swift concert.
the something simple like the cosmos.
The Cosmos. I don't dislike the Cosmos.
Okay,
Um,
the cosmos. I mean, we can have a bit of a pin in that one.
yeah. The Cosmos question mark? Celestial.
Yeah.
Elemental. Fuck. The
I mean, I feel like the elemental plane is definitely going to be like an unstable place filled with fire, immense winds, streaming currents, and like giant mountains. So something that
yeah.
reflects that.
Uh,
The temptation of just the elemental plane.
the elemental.
uh, maybe
Big
not.
elemental.
It's a very big
Uh,
elemental, yeah.
hmm,
God, naming. It's really not our forte.
the primal?
The primal, and I mean, I like it. It just, in sort of a weird way, it does sound very similar to the wild.
Yeah, fair. Granted, it is.
It's the same as the wild, just with elements instead of nature.
Yeah. The inbred.
I mean, it could be something like the core.
The core. The core. I don't mind that.
All right, we can try it. We can keep that for now.
Gotta, wo- gotta work on them core muscles.
Oh yeah. All
All
right,
right.
we
Now we have
managed.
some dimension.
We succeeded in naming 6 dimensions without spending 2 hours on it.
Yeah,
We're
only
getting
like
better.
yeah, a little slightly.
Tiny bit.
Anyway, what then? We have these little places. I guess how we have these gods of these planes.
Yeah,
Are we giving those names, or are we letting those be
I like.
just
I like the
basically called
idea.
the names of the dimensions? Because they are the consciousness that congealed from these dimensions.
I like the idea that they have names.
They have names, all right.
Although I definitely think those don't. We don't need to figure those out now. Because that will
That's
take
fair.
a fuck ton of time.
Well, that's fair. Granted, it might be useful to be able to say this guy did this.
Yeah, most certainly. But currently,
And it might be a little bit easier if we say that we make these names fit the names of the dimensions.
yeah, yeah.
For example, the palace, that could be the Lord or
The king or some shit like that.
fucking the king.
The
The pit,
baron.
that okay. The Baron. The Empress. Freaking
All right. In the pit, some shit like
the universe. You have the hitchhiker.
fuck off. The wild, the wild
The
one.
apex.
Oh yeah, the apex, that works.
Do we want to get that done, or do we want to wait?
Fuck it, let's do it. That's not
Let's
as
do it.
that's not as difficult.
The
It's more
the
difficult.
the palace
I like something simple
god,
like the king.
the king.
The king,
Is it
the
a king or a
emperor,
queen? The monarch.
the monarch. Yeah, that's genderless.
That's yeah. The monarch. Slay. The pit. The executioner. The judge. No, because that's more order. Uh,
that
the pit.
that one
The
is
Punisher.
much. Yeah, that one. No, the Punisher. Yeah.
Wait,
Bro,
why is that funny?
it's
I'm scared.
because that's a superhero.
Oh, okay.
That's a Marvel superhero.
Satan.
And that's Asmodee. No,
Asmodeus. The
Raphael.
corn.
Um,
um,
that one is a lot harder because the
let's
pit.
take the other ones first.
Yeah.
The universe. That's also difficult. Uh, God.
Yeah, that is just God.
The
The
universe.
mind.
The mind. The mind. One nature. The ape.
Yeah. The ape. The ape. The ape. I, I,
The
I
ape.
like the, do be careful when you are walking in the wild, or you will encounter the ape.
God. Well, literally.
Yeah,
The
God.
cosmos. The cosmos. The architect.
The celestial.
The Celestial. I have done it, guys. I have become the Celestial.
I like
Well,
the. I
well
like.
done, Horus. You have done it. You have truly become the Warhammer 40,000.
Who's Horus? You mean Horse lubricant?
Not my name.
No, what I'm called. I like the architect. It's a bit weirder than the rest.
Well, yeah, but hey, we can be expressive with the cosmos. It's the cosmos.
It's yeah, that's true.
The
All right.
Also, I for some reason I like the idea of someone like saying they worship the architect. It sounds kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
So,
The core. Some we can do some shit like the prime.
the prime, yeah, sure.
Now we just
And then
have
the
the pit. Arm. The arm.
the arm,
The armpit.
the arm of the pit.
The arm of the pit.
The stinky, the big, the.
All right, okay, let's look. The pit is the culmination of darkness, chaos, and death. It is the depressed. It is what is dark, what is chaotic, and what is filled with death. The U.S. No, that was the most forced laugh I've ever heard.
No, it was just asthma.
It was just the ha
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, what happens to you in the pit?
Well, that's one hell of a fucking questions. What does happen to me in the pit? You die.
Chaos, the boss, the boss,
The boss.
the boss. He is the final boss.
Could be something real dark like the end.
The end. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's true. It could be the end. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10.
The Ender Dragon.
No. I was gonna say the Nightbringer. Fuck.
The Vengeful.
The Vengeful. The Avenge.
The Avengers.
The Vengeful. That makes sense.
Who's to say that the gods are well? I was about to say who's to say that the gods are complete representations of the dimensions. We are. We agreed on that.
We
so.
are. But granted that we did call Cosmos the architect, so you know.
You have any ideas?
Unholy. We have the decrepit.
The decrepit. I feel like it. Maybe not the decrepit.
The sin.
The sinner.
The sinner. They
Yeah.
weren't fallen at some point. That's just Satan again. Lucifer. The sinner. The sinning man.
The sinning man. Yeah, we got a few good ones.
The sin eater.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I feel like we want a one word name because we have the monarch, the
Synonym
mind.
for evil. Wicked. The wicked.
That kind of weak.
The foul.
The foul.
The vile. The ignoble. The dishonorable. The corrupt.
I like that.
Which What?
The corrupt. I like that one.
The corrupt. We could make it the corrupt.
It sounds like you don't like that one.
Oh no, I don't. I have nothing wrong with that one. I'm just still reading.
Fucking fucking
The corrupt, the corruption, the
fucking we ball was what I was trying to say.
oh, are we going
except I ended up saying fuck in A, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, do we go the corrupt or the corruption?
I mean,
I like the sound of the corruption.
the corruption.
Yeah, the corrupt shown through the darkness.
Tuan
The corrupt
from the dark.
Would you look at that? We got names down.
Okay, now let's make other stuff.
So we have the dimensions and
yeah,
the gods that are the dimensions, the consciousness of those dimensions.
Yeah.
Now we need the supreme angels, which are the 3 or 4 or 6, the 3, 4 or 5 main concepts, and then we definitely at some point need some like lesser angels too.
Oh, absolutely. But these like big angels are probably the one who like
Are we
the ones
doing...
who were like,
yeah,
oh, this one made the fucking sun or something.
The suns, remember, these created the universe, not a singular solar system.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So do we do that?
Granted, there is this one made the sun. This one made the stars.
This one did nothing. This one did nothing.
Did nothing.
The void god. He just didn't do anything.
He just kind of sat.
He was like, look,
he just told people to get off his lawn.
y'all need some space, guys. And the others looked at him like, I see what you did there. All right. I'm
imagining matter and void don't get along super well. Void ate everything.
Yeah. Hold on.
Everything used to be matter, then void just came along and started yumming.
Before we continue, my OBS is currently not responding.
Oh no. Respond, OBS.
There you go, it's back. Right. It is responding again.
Good.
Now this does bring in a slight thing. Back in the beginning where we were discussing the TTRPG. Now, this is not something that any of the people listening will know. We were discussing the idea that high-level players, or like gods, would essentially just be high-level players. Would that be more the lesser angels? Because I feel it's a bit much if you can, within the system, get to the level of the angel that created every sun in the universe.
Well, I mean...
What do you throw at them at that point? Actual god?
Yes.
Fair.
I don't know. I think
not something we need to answer currently. It's just something to take into account since we didn't know what the gods would be like back then.
I like the idea of them at least being able to like get close to that level of power.
Okay.
Because that
does come with
them literally being able to become like
that does kind of come with the fun idea of certain of the skill trees we gotta make at the very peak. It's like solar creation.
Yeah, you can create suns.
You now wield the power of the universe.
It is slightly unfortunate that you still, despite your power, cannot breathe in outer space. But you can create suns. It's not beneficial to you in any way because you'll burn everything.
You did not spec into heat resistance or vacuum survival, but you can still create the sun. Unfortunately, it's a touch spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a range of 20 meters.
It's a spell. It's a spell that requires touch. So
Oof.
Ooh. Anyway,
um,
right. So, yeah. I'm thinking we got the angels, and then we have lesser angels, a lot
yeah,
of them.
a lot of a swarm of angels.
Because otherwise, the palace would feel quite empty.
That's true. To be fair, at the very beginning, I think it probably was pretty
Well, yeah,
empty. It
yeah,
was
but
just
it's not
they
anymore.
were just kind of alone. Yeah. Um.
Which does kind of lead
Okay.
to the future question of when is like, because like we may be starting and building this from scratch, including building a
Yeah.
timeline, but we are building this from the perspective of a certain time within the universe. So we do
Yeah.
need to figure out at what, like, how long since the creation of the universe are we actually setting this.
Uh.
We don't need to do that now.
No. Yeah, because it also kind of depends. If we suddenly decide that, oh, these people are now this advanced, then we probably don't want to go like 50,000 years further than that.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Okay.
oh, these people discover that they can actually use magic to make something similar to a gun. Let's go to let's go 100 years further. They are now in space.
They are now in space and have taken over half of the this universal sector.
Yeah, yeah. They are also fighting chaos space. No.
Yeah. Okay, but
Anyway,
what I remember now. Are in terms of the angels and lesser
yeah.
angels and things like that. Are we going kind of the sort of chaos god route from 40K, where they are manifestations of the individual gods that then are varying levels of powerful depending on how much of that god it is.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the
Because like we have the prime angels, which are kind of like
yeah
they're like a much more
the prime
insane
angels, they're
version
basically like
of the greater
manifestations of
demons.
different. Yeah, yeah. The prime angels, those are basically manifestations of different parts of a god,
Yeah.
I suppose. I think normal angels, like lesser angels, I don't know. Do we want those to be something that exists now, or do we want those to be like when mortals die, they
I
go here and they can ascend?
That is, I feel like definitely, I feel like that's something to be decided not now, because I feel that requires a bit more of a foundation for, mortal life and what the afterlife is, if there is one.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Because that might be
But it does kind of
it might
determine
be.
if we have multiple, like how many angels we have at the
It's
moment.
true, but the thing is, it might be different for each system. Like for example, that might be how it
Yeah, that's
works
fair.
for the divine and the
Yeah.
unholy, but it's probably not how it works for existence and elemental.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's kind of weird if existence is an afterlife.
Yeah, you die,
That's
you
just
don't go
called
anywhere.
immortality.
You die, you don't fucking go anywhere. You're
Yeah,
staying
fair.
here.
I Granted, I suppose since existence is kind of neutral, they probably wouldn't have like shit ton of angels.
No, they would have the strongest angels in the
Seemingly.
form of
Yeah.
entropy, matter, or time and energy, but they wouldn't have that many of the lessers.
Yeah. And they would be the strongest because they would be the ones with the closest connection. Like when, like battling an angel of matter in this universe is like battling an angel of light in the palace
Yeah,
because it is literally their dimension. Uh,
which is to say, it's basically impossible.
yeah, you don't want to do that unless you are one of the other ones from that dimension. Um, okay.
So
So
we are going kind of chaos demon type thing in
yeah,
that they are manifestations of the greater god.
yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
We have
in
now the dimensions, we have the gods, and we have the fundamental forces of the universe. Do we believe that is a good sort of foundation for the sort of pre-universe stuff?
Yeah, I think we could say that, because in that case, the next episode would probably be the creation of the universe.
The
And
Big
like,
Bang.
how did it come to be? Yeah, the Big Bang. It's actually just an orgy with all these
Yeah, they
angels.
just had
Um,
a fucking they just had a wild night in Vegas.
yeah. Um, okay. Okay. So yeah, I guess
In
that
that
does
case,
make a decent foundation.
do you want to do a quick review since they can't see? We could probably put it in post if we feel like, but in case we don't do that, do you want to do
Yeah.
a quick rundown of what we have written down now?
Yes. Currently we have the well, we have the fundamental forces that we started with. We have divine, unholy. We have existence, we have nature, celestial, and elemental. Subgroups, we have under divine, we have light, order, and life. Under unholy, we have darkness, chaos, and death. Under existence, we have energy, time, matter, and entropy. Under nature, we have fauna, flora, and fungi. Under celestial, we have sun, moon, astral, void, and planetary. And under elemental, we have water, fire, air, and earth.
All the
Um,
greatest bending forms.
yes. We've decided on making these dimensions corresponding to each of these forces. I'll just name the dimensions real quick. We have
The greater
the
forces specifically, not
the
the
greater
subgroups.
forces, yes. We have the palace for the divine. We have the pit for the unholy. Oh wait, I should mention the gods as well.
Yeah.
The palace of the divine, which is inhabited by the monarch. The pit of the unholy, which is inhabited by the corruption, edgy.
Yeah, we love Edge.
The universe of existence,
Yeah.
which is inhabited by the mind and us. Um,
Yeah.
the wild of the nature, which is inhabited by the apex. The cosmos of celestial, which is inhabited by the architect. And the core of elemental, which is inhabited by the prime. Um, and each of these, fuck, and and each of these, uh,
Yeah.
and each of these,
And each of
and each
the
of these, fuck, stop talking. And each of these gods have these angels as manifestations of themselves, each corresponding to one of the um, sub forces, one of
Yeah.
the lesser forces.
Like an angel of the unholy would be darkness, an angel of existence
Yes,
would be energy, stuff like that.
exactly. Um, yeah, and that's pretty much what we have.
That's the foundation for Rising Dawn. Or
Yeah,
like the most fundamental of
the
fundamentals.
the absolute fucking base of the
Now
building.
and now from here on we shall be building upon it.
Yeah. So I think that concludes this episode of the World Building podcast.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah,
Might go on. We might have forgotten who we are after
yeah.
all that talking.
I'm Vixie the Pixie. You can find me at Vixie the Pixie on YouTube. Who are
I
you?
believe you could also find you on Twitch somewhere.
Probably not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe at Vixie the Pixie at some point.
Gotcha. I am Sarum. You can find me at Sarum Voidborn on Twitter soon, maybe, and Sarum Hakitel on YouTube. It's not this channel because this is a shared thing. It's confusing,
Yeah,
but that's fine.
it's low. Yeah.
Anyway, there will be other people here. There is a reason why we have it here, not just.
There'll be people here.
We'll explain it in due time.
Explain
But yes, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope it was. I would imagine most of you are planning on probably going like bleaching your ears after all that fucking talking. Jesus.
it. Valid, very valid.
I hope you will tune
This
in.
this is gonna be a fun one to edit.
Yeah. In fact, I would prefer there's just as little editing as possible.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit necessary
considering we are now tuning in after fucking corruption here. Oh
Yeah.
fuck! Oh fuck! The unholy god is already messing with us.
Anyway, thank you for listening to the World Building podcast.
Your
we can't
number
wait
one
to
source of world building. Don't quote
Yeah.
us on that.
See you next time.
See you next episode for cosmos building or universe building. The cosmos is the dimension. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah. The universe building podcast. Bye.
Bye.